All right. Hi, Badlang peeps and future social workers. Welcome to our social work review session. And this is General Knowledge Drills, Social Work Licensure Exam, Episode 1. Without further ado, let's get started. Our drills will consist of resources from the Social Welfare and Social Work by Ms. Telma Lee Mendoza, or as we know, a Orange Book. Also, Introduction to Social Work by Ms. Leonora S. de Guzman. And various articles on World Wide Web. Siyempre, credible na articles. Hindi lang basta-basta. Okay. My task for you today is to get a piece of paper and ball pen. And if you want, you can also memorize it mentally kasi yung drills natin is time bounded. Kumbaga may specific na seconds lang siya. And if you have your ball pen and pen with you, or you can write it down, yung sagot nyo. Or memorize it, whatever you want. Diba? Okay? If you're all ready, let's go. Hi, Sir Renz. Good evening. Okay, next. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Good evening po, Miss Gayan. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. Number 10. Number 11. Number 12. Number 13. Last two numbers. Number 4. And the last number. Alrighty. That ends our quick mabilis ba? 15-second time for each question. Kamusta? Nasagutan ba ang lahat? If not, you can review this after this stream or panoorin ulit. But we will go on. Kamusta naman ang mga questions? Was it easy for you? Dun sa mga students pa lang, social work students, how was it? Sana, yeah, I think we should proceed na with answering the answering the questions. Number 1, provides a guide to the everyday conduct of members of the social work profession and as basis for the education of issues in ethics. From the question itself, tinatanong is social work profession. Ano ba yung option dyan which pertains to the social work profession? Everyday conduct, yung establishing of framework of values, yung principles natin in our profession. 'Di ba? Anong sagot? May nag-comment dito. Nagmamadali rin yung isip ko sa pagsagot, Sir Andre Manalo. From Sir Limwin. Sorry na. Ano lang, I feel like 15 seconds is enough. 'Di ba? So our answer for number 1 is Philippine Social Work Code of Ethics. Ayan ang basis natin. It is a benchmark for the public to hold the profession accountable and ensures that social workers are providing high quality service. And syempre, ang code of ethics natin not just pertains to the social workers but also to protect our clients. Next up, so this is fast-paced drills. So let's go on. These are merely assumptions, convictions, or beliefs about the manner in which people should behave and the principles that should govern behaviors. Is it A, norms, or B, values? Nabubulol ako with B and V. Ano bang sagot dito? It is merely assumptions. Kapag assumptions, it differs, di ba? It differs from one person to another. If we compare norms versus values, kapag norms, it is specific, socially enforced yan. It's about what's right or wrong. Kapag naman values, ano bang definition natin with values? Much general siya. Much abstract sa lahat ng tao. Iba-iba yung values natin. It it shapes our beliefs kung ano ang good. Ano ba yung mabuti? Ano ba yung tama? Ano ba yung desirable sa mata ng tao? That's values. Kung titingnan natin sa question, ang sagot natin is B, values. Ano ba ang typical na Filipino values natin? Number 1, values na ginagawa natin as Filipinos. Amor proprio, loving oneself, awa, 'di ba? We are compassionate with other people. Kung ano yung nararamdaman nila. Bayanihan, bayanihan, 'di ba? Yung common na ano kasing tawag doon? Bayanihan, pagtulungan, especially in times of disasters. Delikadesa, we value our reputation, pagpapahalaga sa pamilya, lalo na we are a collectivist society, mas binavalue natin yung family-oriented nature natin. Unlike Western countries. kasiyahan, joy and humor, kagalingan, and so on. Those are just some of Filipino values. Number three, prominent author of the social work law which was passed in the Philippine Congress. Is it A, Senator Maria Calo Katigbak, or B, Josefa Hara Martinez? Sa dalawang yan, based on the clues, sino ba dyan ang senator? Isa lang naman ng senator dyan. It's letter A, Senator Maria Calao Katigbak. Maria Calao Katigbak is a Filipino politician, a journalist, and also a beauty queen. She served as a senator from 1961 to 1967 during the 5th Congress. Siya ang, as the question said, she passed the social work law in the Philippine Congress. Si Josefa Hara Martinez naman founded the first social work school in the Philippines, which is the PWU or yung Philippine Women's University. Number four, the individual's right to manage his own life and to make decisions concerning it. Is it A, self-determination, or B, individualization? When we say self-determination, it's one of the core principles of social work. If we check the question, managing his own life. So, ibig sabihin, you are determined na mag-control sa buhay mo or have that control in your life even though forces around you compels you na mahirapan ka or as we say, problems na nagsisurface sa isang tao. Self-determination versus individualization. When we say individualization, lahat ng tao ay magkakaiba. Kahit similar yung cases mo, halimbawa case worker ka, kahit similar yung cases mo, ibig sabihin hindi lahat ng intervention na pwede sa isa ay pwede rin sa isa. No matter how similar they are. Sabi nga nila, kahit kambal, same genes, same characteristics, same physical attributes, different pa rin with one another. So that's self-determination versus individualization. Answer natin is letter A. Social workers respect and promote the rights of clients to self-determination and assist clients in their efforts to identify and clarify their goals. Number five, it is based on the proposition that the human mind functions in a dualistic way that conflict between its opposing tendencies. Is it A, split personality, B, ambivalence? Sa dalawang option na yan, ano ba yung much related to the social work or social work field? Usually, nangyayari yan sa kliyente natin. Answer natin is letter B, ambivalence. Ano bang meaning ng ambivalence? It's that existence of two polar opposites in one moment. Ibig sabihin, experience siya of having an attitude towards someone na mayroong positive or negative. Minsan conflicted tayo, such as making decisions or having pros and cons. That's ambivalence. Hindi ka makapag-decide firmly. Diba? Nagdadalawang isip ka. Ang goal naman natin as social workers and also for you future social workers is to be a guide and not decision makers sa ating mga kliyente. Your job is to guide them and give them the best options na pwede nilang gamitin. And then they will make a decision for themselves. Nasabi natin na self-determination. Number six, this refers to the knowledge, belief, art, morals, law, custom, etc. that constitute the way of life of a people or society. Is it A, norms, or B, culture? Question says that it is a knowledge, belief, art, morals, law, custom. Kanina, na-answer na natin what is norms. So, obviously, answer natin dito, culture. From a social work perspective, culture has been defined well by Cindy Garthwaite as customs, beliefs, ideology, worldview, and values are common to a group of people and which guide their individual and social behavior. Importante sa social work field ang cultural awareness and sensitivity. 'Di ba? We have to understand yung cultural background ng mga kliyente natin for us to establish rapport and for our client to trust us. Kailangan maintindihan natin na ah, lahat tayong may kanya-kanya or iba-ibang cultural backgrounds. In order for us to build rapport, kailangan maintindihan natin yung isa't isa. That's one of the goals of cultural awareness in social work perspective. Next, number 7, it involves a relationship between two parties, the worker and the client system. Is it A, helping process, or B, problem solving process? Relationship between two parties. Ito, lagi nating nababasa to or nakikita sa ating orange book, I think. Answer natin is letter A, helping process. Problem-solving process, much inclined yan with scientific approach, pero we know that social work is art and a science. Hindi lang naman science ang social work. What is the helping process? Helping process in social work is the detailed plan for understanding and helping clients. Ang pinaka-common sa atin na helping process is the APIET. As we know is assessment, planning, intervention, evaluation, and termination. Kapag sinabi nating assessment, data gathering mode ka dito. You have to gather information about the client situation, yung needs nila, yung problema nila, yung background nila, from their family, from their peers, and also sa environment. And we should never forget to input din yung strengths nila despite everything that is happening in their life. May nangyayari sa kanilang hindi maganda or may mga problema silang hindi nila kayang harapin with their own, i-highlight natin yung strength nila. That's strengths perspective din. Planning naman, you have to create a plan of action na collaboratively gagawin mo with the client. You have to outline din yung goals and methods kung paano i-achieve yung mga plan of action mo or yung plan mo na pinag-agreean with the client. Whilst intervention naman, it is a stage where the social worker implements the plan. This is the implementation phase, providing services and support to help the client move towards the goals. Ito na yung byproduct ng planning na ginawa nyo previously. And also, evaluation, effectiveness of the intervention, kailangan ina-assess yan. Hindi laging last yung evaluation. Evaluation is an ongoing process. Nagsimula ka, you have to evaluate every step of the way. Kung saan kailangan ayusin, aayusin. Maganda na in the earliest part of the helping process, makikita nyo na kung ano yung problem. And then, termination, once the goals are achieved or the client's needs have been met, the working relationship is formally ended. Marami pang concepts dito sa helping process, but as we go along these episodes, mas i-expound natin sila. Number 8, the social worker drawing from the theoretical knowledge, observations, and analytical skills evolving from her interaction with the clients makes a professional judgment of the latter's functioning. A, diagnosis, or B, assessment. Ito, when I was in college, na-mention sa akin to ng esteemed professor ko na we don't use the word diagnosis and we use assessment as the term. Kasi when we diagnose, ibig sabihin, the problem is pathological in nature. Ibig sabihin may sakit, which is the social work or the social problems na ini-encounter natin is not a sickness, but a problem na kayang-kayang isolve with the client-worker relationship. So answer natin, is assessment. Assessment is a systematic and ongoing process of gathering and analyzing information. Ah, na-mention din dito na it is a biopsychosocial assessment. Tinitingnan mo yung state ng client biologically, psychologically, socially, environmentally, culturally, 'di ba? Lahat ng aspects ng kliyente natin. We have to collect information para ma-sum it up and then as I've mentioned kanina, highlighting their strengths, makaka-gather or makaka-formulate tayo ng assessment para matulungan natin yung kliyente. That's assessment. Number 9, during intake, it is the problem being perceived or experienced by the client that is a threat to the client or others' welfare. Is it A, working problem, or B, presenting problem? Sabi sa question, during intake. Pag sinabi nating intake, 'di ba, it is the start of the helping relationship. Pag nagkaroon na ng intake. Kung yun ang titignan nating analogy, ano ba yung unang problem na sinasabi ng kliyente natin? Excuse me. Yung unang nararamdaman nila. Usually ito physiologically. Papasok yung kliyente, maybe the client is hungry or sorry, or nauuhaw or what. That's a physiological problem. Answer natin is letter B, presenting problem. Bakit nga ba presenting problem? Presenting problem describe the problem for which the client came. Bakit? Ano ang pinaka-una or pinaka-felt na problem ng kliyente natin? Yun ang presenting problem. Presenting problem does not mean na yun yung problem na both i-agree ng client and the worker. Possibly, may lalabas na more underlying problem na kailangan solusyonan. Sometimes, yung presenting problem, ito rin yung pwedeng gamiting working problem. It's different. I mean, it differs from the problem na or the helping process na gagawin ng social worker. Ayun. Answer natin is presenting problem. It is an initial issue or the symptom. Yun, magandang term yun. It's a symptom that prompts a client to seek help. That's presenting problem. Number 10, what foundational theory or core element of the generalist eclectic knowledge base cuts across all aspects of social work profession or practice? Letter A, ecosystems, or B, humanistic. Ang tinatanong ng number 10 is generalist eclectic knowledge. Pag dinignan natin yung dalawang option, ano ba yung generalist dyan? And also another clue there, across all aspects of social work practice. Answer natin is letter A, ecosystems. Ecosystems, it views individuals as inseparable from the environment. That means sa problema ng kliyente natin, we have to understand paano siya or ano ang role niya with his or her microsystem, mesosystem, ecosystem, macrosystem, and chronosystem. Paano ba naapektuhan yung client with these systems? It's a dynamic interaction between people and their surroundings. And also, paano ba makakaapekto yung environment sa kinalalagyan ng kliyente natin? That is ecosystem. And for humanistic theory, ito, most famous is the hierarchy of needs by Abraham Maslow, which is physiological, safety, love, belonging, esteem, and self-actualization, which is the last part. No? Number 11, the primary purpose of a service or intervention plan is to, letter A, establish goals, or B, monitor behavioral changes. Ang tinatanong is primary. No? Kung yan ang prof ko, never akong a-absent. Super pogi. Proud of you, Sir Andre Manalo. Thanks for watching this live. Buti naman di ka absent. I'm flattered. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Miss Georgina. Alright. Answer natin. Ang tinatanong, primary purpose. unang-unang gagawin after we establish or have the problem na mainly ifo-focus with the client, kailangan we have to establish goals, no? Why do we have to establish goals? Because goals are ways for us to direct attention, mobilize effort, and enhancing persistence. Why do you have to set our goals initially? Diba? We have to set because it's a roadmap. Guide natin yung goals natin for us to help measure progress and promote a sense of purpose. Mararamdaman ng client in the process of the helping relationship or helping process per se na may na-achieve siya and then mas lalo siyang mamomotivate na ituloy or i-push pa yung sarili niya to help himself or herself. And kapag may goals, it provides better communication, ano pa ba, accountability, mas mafe-feel ng client na mas in control siya, no? Maganda kasi 'yun na nararamdaman natin na kontrolado natin yung situation or talagang makikita mo or mararamdaman mo na ikaw mismo tinutulungan mo yung sarili mo. And that will improve outcomes for yourself, your family, and also yung community kung nasan ka. Answer is establishing goals. Number 12, everyone's human rights are respected and promoted or protected. Everyone has equal opportunities. This doesn't guarantee that society will be perfect and everyone will always be happy. Is it A, human rights, and B, social justice? When we say human rights, inalienable yan. Like, pag pinanganak ka, naturally may human rights ka. Karapatan mong mabuhay. Diba? That's one of our human rights. What is our answer? Based on equality, equal opportunities, no? Respected and promoted. Answer natin is letter B, social justice. Bakit nga ba importante yung social justice? It promotes fairness and equity across many aspects of society. Kapag may social justice, everyone has equal access sa resources, equal opportunities, participation, sila mismo may say or they can make decisions for the community. And ito, mas lalo nating dapat i-champion, syempre, yung mga marginalized and vulnerable groups such as women, children, persons with disabilities, persons deprived of liberty, PWDs, senior citizens, and so on. That's social justice. Kailangan equal sa resources, equal sa opportunities, and we promote diversity. Number 13, associated with activism, protests, rallies, and other forms of group dissent or dissatisfaction. Ilang S to? Ang daming S nito. Dissatisfaction. Is it A, social planning, or B, social action? If we see or check the question, it is associated with activism. Doon pa lang, may clue na tayo with protests and rallies. Answer natin is letter B, social action. Ano bang goal ng social action? Hindi, kasi usually ang connotation natin with rallies, they are chaotic, no? But social action differs from just being an activist. With social action, it is an organized efforts. Ang goal mo is to bring about change. Mag-address ka ng specific issues. Usually, gender and development, women's rights, no? Karapatan ng marginalized sector. And based on the definitions, social action is an individual, group, or community effort that aims to bring about social changes in social legislation and welfare services. Ayan. Number 14, goals which are concerned with concrete tasks to be undertaken to meet specific needs and people's aspirations or to solve particular problems. Is it letter A, process goals, or letter B, task goals? Clue natin dito, concrete task to be undertaken. When we say concrete, sige, pag ang bagay ay isang konkreto or kapag ang isang plano ay konkreto, it means it is specific, it is measurable, it is attainable, it is realistic and time-bounded. That's SMART goals, di ba? Answer natin, letter B, task goals. Characteristics of approach or task group approach, it is brief and time limited. Kumbaga, when we establish task goals, make sure na smart siya. Like, there's a smart goal there, no? It's brief. Alam nyo kung kailan mag-uumpisa and kailan matatapos. Interventions concentrated on alleviating specific problems. The client and social worker agree to work on. Dapat may certain agreement. Hindi lang, halimbawa ikaw, social worker ka, alam mo sa sarili mo na ito yung problem na dapat i-focus, pero yung client mo is hindi siya sigurado or hindi siya nag-agree upon. Tendency hindi siya makikinig sa'yo. Or better yet, kung sakaling magkakaroon kayo ng meetings or house visitation or whatnot, hindi siya mag-a-appear sa'yo or hindi siya magiging participative. Work on client's problem revolves around task client agrees to do. Yun din. Isa rin yun sa dapat nating i-highlight. And number 15, it is a set of logical steps and a process of interaction within a service network which assure what the client receives needed services in a supportive, effective, efficient, and cost-effective manner. Excuse me. Is it case management or B, casework? No, answer natin dito. Ang clue natin, set of logical steps, process of interaction within a service network. Tinitingnan natin kung ano yung network ng kliyente natin na pwedeng i-capacitate. Receiving needed services in a supportive, effective, and efficient, cost-effective manner. Kapag cost-effective ang isang bagay, halimbawa, if you want to gather resources, syempre dapat uunahin natin yung resources na available within the community. Mas matipid yon, di ba? Kung malapit sa dagat yung client mo, halimbawa, community organizing, malapit sa dagat yung client mo, syempre, mas maganda na ang gamiting resources is, for example, like fish, di ba? If abundant yung fish sa community na yon, magandang gawing resources yon. One way to put how environment helps our client instead of getting those resources outside. Answer natin, letter A, case management. No? Case management is a process whereby social workers help their clients navigate the social service system. Ano bang goal ng case management? Building trust, empower your clients, use evidence-based strategies, and leverage powerful data collection tools. Kapag case management, it's collaborative. You have to assess kung ano yung kailangan ng client, planuhin kung anong services na pwede mong ibigay sa client and coordinate then with our partners, no? Kailangan kasi ang goal natin is to improve the well-being of our client. And also case managers act as coordinators, ine-evaluate nila yung situation, yung kailangan ng kliyente, and also implement plans to achieve the desired outcomes. As we've said, yung kanina, that's how establishing goals important. Diba? And our quote for today, without goals and plans to reach them, you are like a ship that has set sail with no destination. Fitzhugh Dodson. Ang goal natin, feeling ko word of the day natin is goals. No? We have to set our goals and we have to set plans to reach them. Kasi kung wala tayong goal, para lang tayong tubig sa river, na nagfo-flow lang, wala tayong destination. Hmm, if you want to achieve something in life, kailangan we have goals and timelines kung paano natin kukunin 'yan. I-plug ko na rin, while you're watching this Facebook Live, baka naman just subscribe to my YouTube channel. As I've said kanina, episode 1 natin is the start of this series, and next live natin or next YouTube video natin will be episode 2. No, same pattern or same system pa rin ang gagamitin natin, time bounded and very quick and fast paced drills lang din. And thank you so much for watching this live. I know uh I know it's a resting time, 'di ba? It's Saturday. So make sure you rest well. Thank you for giving me the time and pakikinig sa mga sinasabi ko, 'di ba? And also good luck to everyone kung ano man ang pinagdadaanan natin, kung meron man tayong dagok sa buhay natin. We just have to believe in ourselves and also believe na everything will be better. Trust in yourself and also trust the God Almighty. No? Thank you so much and have a blessed and ano pa? Blessed and powerful weekend to everyone. Goodbye for now and hope to see you soon. Bye.